This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Thursday, the 24th of April. I'm Michael Groff. Our tranquil weather continues around here again today. Temperatures just a little bit above seasonal averages. Lots of sun out there. A copy-paste sort of forecast for tomorrow. But changes are looming on the horizon. A weather system passes through the region over the weekend and into early next week. That will bring about breezy to windy conditions and somewhat cooler temperatures. Just how cool it gets, how windy will it be? Well, there's definitely some forecast uncertainty to talk about there. We are fairly confident, however, that we will remain dry for at least the next 7 days. But what about beyond that time period? Well, we'll talk about that and so much more as we dive on in. First, the almanac from yesterday, 91 degrees the afternoon high, 66 was the morning low, 87 and 63 are the averages for this time of year. Looking outside right now after 9 a.m., there's a few clouds out there presently. We're sitting at 73 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point's 27, humidity 17%. The air is calm, and the barometer is rising. Satellite picture out here across the west. And again, high clouds are passing by to the north of Arizona. We had some showers and thunderstorms firing up across parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas yesterday, and some severe storms at that. But yeah, around here, things remain rather quiet with a west-southwesterly flow aloft. The watch warning map is relatively quiet. We've got some wind advisories beginning to pop up over parts of Nevada and some red flag warnings in sections of Colorado and scattered about in the west. We do have high fire danger throughout, even if there aren't necessarily advisories for it at this time. With a weather system coming in this weekend, you can bet with windy conditions and low humidity, fire danger will be increasing, especially over the greater southwestern United States. Now, we also have a flash flood warning as of the time I put this graphic together, parts of North Texas. We had some very heavy rain the last couple of days or the last few days. Those severe thunderstorms have also produced some very heavy rain in some spots, and that has contributed to the potential of flood and or flash flooding in some areas. Convective outlook for today, and once again, same old story. The dry line firing up over West Texas and points to the north of there. The standard slight risk of severe storms, same places as we've been seeing around Midland, Odessa, Lubbock, Amarillo. And the broader severe weather risk, that marginal risk extends further to the north into parts of Kansas and Iowa. Now, for us, of course, nothing to worry about around here, and that will remain the case for a while. Any of the active weather is found well to the north of Arizona. The precipitation outlook valid through Thursday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing. Statewide, essentially nothing. Region-wide, not much to be found either. As is often the case this time of year, I know it's a broken record. We say this every day, but the main storm track will remain primarily north of Arizona. The exception to that, this weekend, a weather system will pass through the area, but this far south, there's just no moisture associated with it. So, yes, it will turn windy, it will turn cooler, but it will remain dry. And so, as mentioned before, that fire danger increases. Now, we're going to talk about the particulars on this, the whys, the wherefores, and all of that. As we get to the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go, the GFS. This is the 06Z run, and it's valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. There's that trough that's beginning to develop there along the west coast. We are under a west-southwesterly flow aloft here. Heights are fairly close to seasonal averages, so what it means for us down at the surface for the rest of the day today, sunny sky, and another warm day, but not overly so for late April. Highs upper 80s and low 90s, very much similar to what we saw yesterday. For tonight, clear sky, lows mid-50s to mid-60s. Tomorrow, more the same, upper 80s, low 90s, sunny sky. Let's go to the weekend, and here comes that trough. It's coming into the west coast here. We see some rain, high elevation snow in the Sierra and the Great Basin and parts of California. But around here, it's quiet, mostly sunny sky on Saturday, highs mid-80s to near 90. We will turn breezy to windy at times, though. Indications are that winds could start to gust well over 35, 40 miles per hour across northern Arizona, maybe the higher terrain of east central Arizona up in Gila County. Now, for us here in Phoenix, winds will probably stay well below advisory criteria, but I could easily foresee us getting some gusty winds to around 20, 25 miles per hour during the day, especially in the afternoon on Saturday, and that might linger into Saturday evening, those breezy conditions. And as that system begins to move east, It will begin to lift to the north and east and weaken a bit as it does, but it will put some cooler air into the region. Some cool air advection comes in. When I say cool air, relative for this time of year and relative to where we have been. Highs on Sunday should drop about 10 degrees. I'd say highs in the upper 70s, maybe low 80s. And again, we've had some indications that temperatures might fall a little below our current guidance, so we'll see. But overall, cooler temperatures, continued dry conditions. Sunday night, Monday morning, how about lows? Mainly in the 50s. In fact, we might even see a few upper 40s in the coolest valley locations, or at least out in the open deserts. Highs on Monday, again, somewhere in the low 80s or so. We might warm it up a bit on Tuesday. Now, this is the forecast uncertainty I'm talking about here. We've seen some indications from at least the deterministic GFS and some ensemble guidance that we will have these little upper lows, these cutoff areas of low pressure, or these closed lows that kind of linger behind this system and sort of keep us from warming up as quickly as we otherwise would, even though high pressure will be building in across the west. These could keep the upper heights depressed just enough so that we warm up a little bit more slowly. Either way, we'll have high temperatures getting back well up into the 80s on Tuesday and maybe low 90s by Wednesday. Again, the GFS is slightly slower with the warming trend, but I do believe it will slowly take place regardless. A week from today, this is Thursday, the 1st of May. And again, the GFS has this little upper low that's sitting across Utah and has even sprinkled in some light showers across parts of the Four Corners region, including northern and eastern Arizona. Not going to count on that. At this point, we're going to keep the forecast dry, maybe some breezy conditions in the afternoon. Again, April and May, yeah, it's pretty common to see afternoon breezes around here. And high temperatures will top out, still probably somewhere in the upper 80s to low 90s. Out 10 days, this is Saturday, the 3rd of May. And again, we're dry. High pressure is building in across the west. And temperatures would be at maybe just a little bit above seasonal averages if this works out. But let me just take a look at the European at the same time. Again, Saturday, the 3rd of May. It's got an upper low that's sitting just off the Southern California coast, a rather impressive upper low at that. Now, again, in that scenario, we'd still be dry, but maybe some clouds in here, and we'd have to watch where that low ultimately tracks. This is more of a Rex block type pattern, but that could be interesting. We'll see. The European certainly has a decent track record in the medium range, but the European AI model does not show this, and most of our ensemble guidance doesn't show this. So at this point, I'm going to call this an outlier solution, but we'll watch future model trends and see what happens. This is 10 days out. We've got a long time to watch this pattern and see how it develops. All right, looking at rainfall for Phoenix off the GFS ensemble. This goes out through the 8th of May. And again, we're looking dry. I mean, most of the ensemble members show nothing in here. The ensemble mean is just a couple hundredths of an inch. European ensemble is under a tenth of an inch. So no worry about any meaningful chances of rain, as is way too often the case this time of year. Temperatures off the national blend of models will keep it above average today. Tomorrow, a little cooler Saturday, much cooler on Sunday. And again, it is possible that we don't even make it to 80 degrees on Sunday. But then we'll warm it up after that for next week. And more likely than not, high temperatures will get back to above average levels as we get out there, especially toward the middle and latter part of next week and beyond. But let's take a look at what the Climate Prediction Center says. This is the 8 to 14 day outlook. Temperatures from the CPC, and they have probabilities tilted toward above average temperatures for us. About a 50% chance here in Phoenix that we'll have temperatures above average, 33% chance near average, and 17% below average is the probability skew on this. As for precipitation, hey, the CPC has us in the above average category, about a 40% chance that we have above average precipitation during this time period. I want to stress to you, though, that above average precipitation in early May still is not much. It's nothing to get excited about. 1/200ths of an inch, 300ths of an inch. I mean, measurable rain would be great. We'll take whatever we can get if this does turn out to verify. But this is just based on probability. 40% probability of above average precipitation still isn't great. hey, again, I'll take it. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really enjoy what we do here, you want to support the channel, then click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube like Clayton did the other day. Help support us that way, or even better than that is if you donate to us via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is our PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. Every single dollar does help to keep this channel going. Really helps to support us, and we really do appreciate that. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my OAO, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Her blogs, videos, everything Michelle and possibly Adriana related. It's all linked up down in the description. So give that a look, give that a listen. And we would love to hear that. And hear your feedback and see what you think of all that. Not to mention our streaming station. It's also available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. Playing a ton of music. Have a lot of fun with that over there too. Again, linked up in the description, or you can go to kmgx.com and listen that way. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support, so greatly appreciated. Please be safe. Stay cool. Stay hydrated out there. And you guys have yourselves a terrific rest of your Thursday.